Vale, gente, queda menos de un minuto para que empiece el directo, el State of Play. A ver qué novedades nos presentan hoy. En principio no vas a saber muchas cosas sobre PlayStation 5, directamente han dicho. Yo la verdad que me esperaba que hablaras sobre todo el precio y sobre todo de la fecha de salida de PlayStation 5, pero al parecer no va a ser así. Van a hablar de juegos de PlayStation 4, de PlayStation VR y algunas novedades indies también he escuchado del PlayStation 5. De hecho, esto lo he leído en el comunicado oficial en Twitter, o sea que me imagino que será así. Vale, parece que empieza ya. Parece la raya de la Play cuando se está encendiendo. Oh, Crash Bandicoot.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, producer at Toys for Bob, and I'm here to talk to you about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Crash 4 is a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The devious villains, Neo Cortex and Dr. Entropy, have finally escaped their interdimensional prison, leaving an evil scientist-sized hole in the universe. Now they've got their eyes set on not only simply conquering this dimension, but all dimensions. And it's up to Crash and Coco to save the day. Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time is the first totally new
No creas que son un vicio increíble estos juegos.
So for us at Toys for Bob,
los he pasado todos estos yo, menos el de PSP no lo acabé, el Laxter aquel.
To this amazing franchise.
Ah, no, esa ya cantaste.
First, we made sure to incorporate the classic tense, precise and
los Crash siempre los he pasado todos. De hecho, los tengo en Switch también.
And then we wanted to introduce exciting new elements that we can't wait to show you today. Let's start with Insanity Beach. This is where Crash's adventure first started and where we pick things up again in Crash 4. But there have definitely been changes since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago. And throughout Crash 4, you'll see those changes to our gameplay and even our art style. Our art teams wanted to take inspiration from not just the original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games. All while also delivering bigger,
vale, tiene pinta de ser un State of Play bastante sencillito el de hoy, ¿eh? No creo que haya grandes novedades. Pero bueno, a ver que si nos sorprenden con algo, sobre todo de PlayStation 5, aunque han dicho que no, pero bueno, yo tengo esperanzas todavía de que digan algo, aunque sea la fecha de salida de la consola.
In the original trilogy, specifically Crash Warped, there were certain moments in the game where Crash would change outfits. Think Crash wearing a biker jacket when riding a motorcycle. That seemed like a natural area for us to expand upon. So we have loaded the game with tons of awesome skins that you can earn and wear throughout the game. These skins are totally cosmetic and a fun way to express yourself while playing the game.
Cambia de personaje, ¿no? Estás pidiendo.
There's no MTX here. Skins are earned by completing different challenges and earning gems within levels. Crash 4 also introduces the Quantum Masks, the powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player. Whether it's Ika Ika, who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a button, Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you, or Lonnie Lowly, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence. Bending the rules
este tipo de juego a mí últimamente ya no me acaba de
these
convencer.
masks is a must. We also can't wait to talk to you about the fourth mask, Akano, but that's gonna have to wait for another day. What we can tell you today, though,
para jugar un ratito sí, pero así para engancharme ya no me acaban de enganchar estos juegos. Son para pasar el ratillo, ¿sabéis? Más que para jugar mucho rato.
Any level that you can play as Crash, you can also play as Coco. It was also very important for us that she take a more prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo Cortex. He's all about using his blaster to change an enemy in his path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingodile. I repeat, you get to play as Dingodile in Crash 4. Now, a lot has changed in the years since we last saw Dingodile. In fact, He hung up his old flamethrower rocket launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy.
Han dicho que dura unos 40 minutos el State of Play
Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved
Ya se
diner
han comido 5
and
minutos
getting
con
sucked
este.
into another dimension. Finally, there's one more surprise I'm incredibly excited to show you today. The Crash Bandicoot series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table. So we teamed up with our friends at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call Inverted Mode. It's our souped-up, bumpa-berry-fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspective shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience. One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path
Está
forward.
guapo, es original,
We've even got one that feels like an old-timey movie, with the overcranked camera speed increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well. Once unlocked, players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel. It's an incredibly fun feature that is going to give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting experiences in store for them. So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Experience the space and time-bending madness on October 2nd.
Crash Bandicoot 4 en PlayStation 4, No pone nada de Play 5.
Today's State of Play is loaded with third-party updates for PS4 and PSVR, and some new PS5 gameplay too.
La verdad que yo llevaba un mes esperando este día para ver si anunciaban la fecha y precio de PlayStation 5. Y cuando leí ayer que no era así, hostia, me llevó una decepción, la verdad. Otro Hitman. He jugado solo a un Hitman. Esta es la gente 47.
You should mingle, have fun.
Oh, don't worry about that. My art speaks for itself.
Well, I have to go. I'll call you when I get back to New York.
Hostia, este de PlayStation VR. No me había fijado. Es para la VR. La trilogía en VR. Enero de 2021. Espero que estemos todos ya con la Play 5 en esas fechas. ¿Qué juego es este? No me suena de nada. La gente por Twitter hablaba del nuevo Silent Hill, pero yo diría que va a ser que no, Hostia, qué chulo. No jugaría, pero es chulo. El Bright. Ahora creo que nos van a porrear aquí a juegos indie.
we are happy to announce Braid Anniversary Edition.
Para
It's
una
the classic
remasterización
puzzle
parece.
adventure where you manipulate time, hand repainted for modern, high resolutions.
Many areas have been re-envisioned to make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world. There are more than 9 pixels for each pixel in the original game. There are new animations for smoother motion,
Improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming,
Bueno,
and
parece que
visual
han
art.
mejorado
we
un
plan to make
poquito.
it the most detailed commentary
entorno
in any
gráfico.
game ever. So if you want to learn how video games are
Pero vamos, que
made,
tampoco
Braid
para el tipo de juego
Anniversary
que es, tampoco
Edition
es
will be
muy
a really
necesario
good
lo que.
resource.
We
¿Qué han
hope
hecho?
you'll enjoy the game when it comes out early next year.
Todos esperábamos este State of Play como la revelación de PlayStation 5, de su precio, de su fecha de salida.
This is a mythic adventure set on a
Mira, uno
mystical
con el Play
island.
5.
Let's take a quick tour in this new footage captured from PS4.
Pero ya os digo, han dicho que no, el comunicado oficial.
Hi everyone, this is Matt Nava from Giant Squid. I'm excited to share more with you today about our upcoming game, The Pathless.
The Pathless.
The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the Hunter. The Hunter is a master of archery. She can shoot talismans to fill her dash meter, which allows her to bound across the landscape. Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of
chulo
the
esto,
Pathless. So the game's unique take on archery is all about timing, not aiming down sights. This
Que
design was
disparas, son
critical
como
to making it
las dianas,
possible
¿no?
to shoot even while moving fast and performing acrobatic maneuvers. You instantly feel as skilled as the hunter herself.
Había especulado también que
With help
iban a
from the
revelar
Eagle,
hoy algo
you
del
can
Call of
even
Duty
fly.
2020, pero lo dudo
Bond
bastante.
between the hunter and the eagle is central in the
Aunque ya
Pathless.
sabéis que PlayStation tiene exclusividad con Activision en
You
los
can
Call of
gain
Duty,
altitude while you glide by flapping.
pero me extrañaría mucho, ¿eh? Ojalá, ¿eh?
Make sure you pet the eagle to keep it clean and in good flying condition.
Para todo típico juego estos de PlayStation que te compran 4. Yo por lo menos no me lo compraría, vamos.
You'll find secrets all over the island, if you know where to look. Collecting crystals will let you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap. You'll also discover larger puzzles to solve in ancient structures.
Qué juego más raro, tío. Son como de superar niveles,
Pathless
¿no?
is all about finding your own way forward. So unlike most open world games, there's no map. Instead, the hunter can use her mask to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks.
Ya lo he dicho al principio, ¿eh? Nos van a
It
inflar
even shows
a
you where you've
juegos
been.
indies, ¿eh? Nada de
Getting
lo que
to higher
esperábamos, la
vantage
verdad.
points will let you see further with spirit vision. Giant cursed spirits, the source of the darkness, will
Hola
pose a
Luis,
constant threat
ojalá,
to you
tío,
on your
espero que sí,
quest.
pero
They will try to
no tiene
separate
pinta,
you
la
from
verdad.
the eagle.
Saludos a México, claro que sí. Ojalá, ojalá. Yo me he decepcionado mucho con el tema de que no anuncien nada de PlayStation 5, de la fecha ni el precio. Pero bueno, espero que nos sorprendan al final un poquito.
Stay still in the light to avoid detection.
Se ha escondido, ¿no? En la hierba.
You won't be able to take on the cursed spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks.
Sí, sí, Luis, es lo que esperamos todos, pero con el tweet que pusieron ayer en la página oficial,
When the obelisks are
me da a mí que
restored,
no,
the cursed spirits will be vulnerable. Chase them down through the forest to corner them in a dramatic final battle.
La verdad que todos esperábamos esta fecha como la gran revelación de PlayStation 5, sobre todo en la fecha de salida. No entiendo el por qué no le dicen nada ya. Yo creo que están viendo ahí el precio de Xbox para competir, ¿eh? Es que no me explico otra cosa.
Hunter and Eagle will have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world. I hope you've enjoyed this overview of The Pathless. We've only scratched the surface.
El juego pinta bonito, pero después de estar jugando a Ghost of Tsushima, que lo estoy subiendo al canal, es que es una pasada, es una delicia visual en todos los aspectos, Musicalmente también la música es genial, es un juegazo, el Ghost of Tsushima, si lo podéis disfrutar de verdad. Cogerlo porque es una auténtica maravilla. Lo estoy subiendo al canal por si queréis verlo, voy por el acto 3, que es el último. Yo calculo que me quedarán 4 o 5 horas de juego. De misión principal, luego secundaria no te lo acabas.
Next up, let's see what's in store for
Otro
Spelunky
indie.
2.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and I'm the creator of Spelunky. For Spelunky 2, I
Me ha
wanted to make
recordado
sure
a
we
Rick
made
Dangerous, un
something
juego
that got
de
old fans excited
Commodore
and
Amiga de
also
hace ya
brought in new
una
players.
eternidad.
It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place. So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family, and even strangers on the internet. That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer, so that more people can play the game together. And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family.
Estos juegos pueden tener un
I
buen vicio,
designed the world of Spelunky
Lo que pasa
2
que,
to
claro,
feel much more rich
pueden
and dynamic than
gratuitos o algo.
Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full. Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways. For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys and find hidden passageways. And you'll have to choose between branching
Diría que no he pagado
paths
nunca
as
yo
you
por un
make your
juego
way
indie,
deeper into the caves. As a result, the stories players create will have much more texture to them. Even after many, many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area.
Está recordando mucho a Rick Dangerous,
In
Pues la broma
Spelunky
ahora.
1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about. And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can use to push past the
Ha dicho que
boundaries
tiene
of what
multiplayer, me
we,
imagino que
as
será
the developers,
local,
know
no
about the game.
online.
I have two types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game.
Tiene pinta de complicado,
And
por eso el
second, the
juego.
ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories I wanted to expand upon in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special
Este
there
típico juego que
waiting
como
for you
pillas te
to
engancha,
discover.
por eso. a superar retos, etcétera. Tiene pinta de complicado,
It's been a long journey, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Thanks.
Bueno, como los juegos de los 90, en definitiva eran así, eran más difíciles que los de hoy en día, pero sin duda, vamos. Algunos eran prácticamente imposibles. Spelunky 2, el 15 de septiembre en PlayStation 4. Otro indie que nos han chutado aquí.
We've got a bunch of new PS4 updates to share with you, starting with a closer look at Genshin Impact.
Genshin, ya se sabía de este.
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Tiene una estética muy a lo Zelda, el último Zelda. He visto varios juegos ya, sí, que están teniendo esta estética así simplista, pero la verdad es que me gusta, Otro jugazo, el último Zelda, el Breath of the Wild, una pasada. Que por cierto no lo he finalizado aún.
I deal in death. If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name.
What is this disturbance to which I awaken?
Huh? Think you can get away?
Burning disc?
Time for takeoff!
Vale, en otoño 2020, no ha especificado fecha.
Sentient filth. I claim your mind for the Void Armada. Gods have squealed for my mercies. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance?
¿Esto qué es, tío?
This ambition of yours, what a waste of stardust. Go all out or go home, Emperor.
Este tipo de juego yo creo que no tiene mucha salida comercial, ¿verdad? No sé, gente que juega estos juegos. Hay algunos que han pegado el pelotazo y han sido grandes juegos, pero la mayoría se quedan ahí. Se quedan en la Play Store ahí esperando que alguien los compre. Eso los acaban regalando con el PlayStation Plus. Vale, en PlayStation 4 en 2021. A ver si presentan alguno más de Play 5. Por cierto, mañana día 7 estará la beta del Marvels, de Avengers. Si tenéis reservado el juego, os habrán mandado un código. Si no, tenéis que esperar al viernes que viene para poder jugarlo en beta abierta en PlayStation 4, En Xbox tenéis que esperar una semana más. Yo espero jugarlo mañana, aunque aún no me han mandado el código, la verdad. Pero bueno, espero que mañana lo manden. Tiene buena pinta, el Spider-Man, los Vengadores de Marvel.
It's time to talk bug snacks. Let's check out some gameplay footage captured from PS5.
PlayStation
My
5.
invitation is open. Come join me on the island of bug snacks.
Wow, that's your new lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafig is a 2-bit con artist! Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense! I swear, if you chase this bug snack story, you're out of a job!
You're the journalist! Elizabeth said you'd be coming. There's a bug snack right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
I want you to use that journalistic instinct to find out what my favorite bug snack is. And feed it to me, obs.
How's my little sprout doing? He misses Papa? Oh, of course he does.
Bueno, gente, llevamos media hora de State of Play y de momento no han anunciado nada potente,
You're pretty good at stuff and nobody hates you yet. You can catch bug snacks and bring everybody back to Snacksburg.
Well, say you do find these bug snacks and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
No sé qué juegos esperáis vosotros ver hoy o qué noticias. Yo la verdad que esperaba ver sobre todo de PlayStation 5. Noticias de PlayStation 5.
There's a lot more in store. Let's start with an
De la
update on
VR.
an eagerly awaited PlayStation VR game.
Oh, un juego de Star Wars, Vader Immortal.
The Force is strong with you.
Pues este puede molar, con las VR.
You must stop Vida.
I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the Force.
Vale. El 25 de agosto. Hostia, lo tenemos aquí ya. En 20 días lo tenemos aquí.
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
Este tiene un poco mejor pintas Control, efectivamente, en PlayStation 4, que no estaba. Una expansión nueva. Lo tengo en PC y ni lo he probado. Vale, parece un juego de tablero. Este tipo de juego tampoco son precisamente lo que más me gusta a mí. Autochess, juego de ajedrez de coches. Vale, llevamos media hora de State of Play. No han anunciado absolutamente nada interesante, al menos para mí. También tiene muchas expectativas en este State of Play y me da a mí que me voy a quedar con las ganas, Un juego de puzzles, ¿no? The Pedestrian en enero de 2021. A ver,
Now let's take a
5.
look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
Dos nuevos juegos, ha
The
dicho.
forest shadows. Ghosts. Running silently between the straight, cold lines of a corrupt state.
Quieten down, don't shed a tear.
They count, ration, manipulate.
There's a wolf in the night and he's talking.
They've taken everything from those they claim to protect.
When the statesmen ravage and
Authority and steel will not stop us. We aren't an invading army.
the forest will be right at hand.
We are wraiths. We bypass defenses and strike at the heart.
The ghost of the forest, the wraith.
Madre mía, qué salvajada,
We take back what was stolen.
When the hoods both fly
And the people call us heroes.
from the dead of night.
To others, we are rivals. We are all outlaws.
Put. Ahora ponen gameplay, es lo que iba a pedir yo.
But some of us will become legends.
When hoods both fly.
Vale, en 2021 también, pero este para PlayStation 5, no pone nada de PlayStation 4. De momento no han anunciado ningún juego PlayStation 5 2020, si no recuerdo mal. Pues me mosquea, porque yo tengo la esperanza de que salga este año la consola, pero al ritmo que va, que no presentan ni fecha ni precio, me da que dudar ya. Vale, es un juego online.
Before we wrap up, let's take a tour of Godfall. We've got new PS5 gameplay for this melee-focused action epic launching this holiday.
Uf, este tiene más buena pinta ya, Godfall.
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall.
Vale, lo estamos viendo en desarrollo, pero está corriendo el juego actualmente. Estas imágenes en PlayStation 5.
Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress, and some things may change from the final product as we continue to learn and harness the power of Sony's next-generation console. Please enjoy. So let's jump right into what Godfall is. Godfall is a looter slasher that features intense action, satisfying moment-to-moment combat, and robust loot progression systems. You can enjoy the game at your own pace, playing alone, or through online co-op with up to 2 additional teammates. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire. Godfall is a complete package. All loot and gear in the game are acquired or unlocked through gameplay. There are no microtransactions, no waiting for content. It's all in the game on day one. As you adventure, you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top. You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you into an unstoppable master of melee combat. Throughout your journey, you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics and long history. Now let's talk about gameplay in Godfall. First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment or mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall. From a combat philosophy perspective, melee combat in Godfall is intended to be fluid, dynamic, and interactive, embracing offense over defense. More often than not, you'll be facing multiple enemies at the same time. As a result, you should always be moving and closing the gap on enemies. Also, you dominate the combat space, not the enemies, and the game rewards you for being aggressive. Now that you're familiar with the combat philosophy, let's dig into the weapons themselves. In Godfall, there are 5 weapon classes: the longsword, the dual blades, the polearm, the two-handed warhammer,
Está presentando las diferentes armas que puede llevar en el juego.
two-handed greatsword. Each weapon class has their own unique movesets and playstyles, ranging from fast combos to more strategic, deliberate play. As you defeat enemies in your adventures, you will acquire numerous weapons for each weapon category, each weapon with their own primary and secondary traits. At a later date, we will delve into the weapon classes and how to modify them in greater detail. For now, we'll go over the dual blades and the longsword weapon classes. The dual blades are the fastest weapon class in Godfall, embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are exceptional against soft, unarmored targets or single targets. You can perform a combo.
A mí que me perdonen, pero a mí me recuerda a God of War, hablando a distancia, y sé que es prácticamente una blasfemia, pero a mí se han copiado pero del tirón.
Blade Cyclone can also be used as a finisher at the end of your light attack combo. So what are the signature moves for the dual blades? As you build up charge, you can also activate Inner Focus, which is unique to the dual blades, which inflicts massive damage in a short period of time.
El God of War, si no lo habéis jugado, comprarlo, tío, porque está en PlayStation Kids tirado de precio. Por 14 € lo podéis comprar. Es un juegazo increíble, para mí es de lo mejorcito de la generación.
Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class. Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns without needing a lot of elaborate combo setups. Similar to dual blades, longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your light attack combo. There are 3 signature moves for the longsword class. There's Spectral Flurry, which cannot be interrupted and deals high damage to multiple nearby targets. Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path. Notice there's a white flash after a longsword swing called a timing attack. If you press the shield button exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword. The shield is a core part of Godfall. It's available to you throughout the entire game. You can always block incoming attacks with your shield.
Ataca con el escudo.
If you press the shield button at the right time, you can also parry an attack. You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike. The shield is great not just for defense, but also offense. You can aim and throw your shield, which will hit multiple nearby targets. If you tap the shield button just as you catch your shield, you can perform a powerful wave attack. You can double tap the shield button to petrify enemies. And of course, you can perform an R3 ground finisher on enemies that were knocked down to the ground.
Vale, espero que no sea el último juego que presentan hoy, Esto parece un jefe final, ¿no? Hay que ir. Vete, vete. Vaya viaje se ha llevado. Bueno, este juego sí que puede tener buen vicio,
We hope you enjoyed our first walkthrough video of Godfall running on the PlayStation 5. We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since our initial reveal back in December. We have a few more surprises coming down the road, such as details on loot and progression, and are eager to share more with you on our way to launch this holiday season. We hope that you will join our Godfall community on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
Vacaciones 2020. PlayStation 5. Ojo, esto pinta para Navidad,
That's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this peek into the future of PlayStation. See you next time.
Bueno, pues parece que se ha acabado, No, de todo lo que esperábamos no ha habido nada. Ya lo habían dicho, pero bueno. Para mí una decepción, me quedo con el último con el Woodfall, por quedarme con algo, pero la verdad es que bastante flojilla la cosa, Espero que hagan otro State of Play en septiembre o algo y expliquen ya definitivamente la fecha y el precio de PlayStation 5 y algún pelotazo de juego de salida del juego. Y nada más, espero que os haya gustado el directo. Yo me esperaba mucha cosa y ha sido poca. Y nada, nos vemos en el próximo vídeo.